Hey everybody, good afternoon from Southeast Asia. Let me just go over and make sure I'm live on YouTube. And yeah, it all looks good. So I'll just share my screen with you. And we are looking at XAU USD, the 10-minute chart, 10-minute time frame. And then we have the Asia session, Asia low for today so far. Gold trading at 43.20. We got to a high yesterday of 43.32. No, sorry, 43.82. 43.82 was our previous day high right here. That's just before the FOMC. We reached that previous day high, and everything just fell apart. And we got down to 42.18. Wow, what a drop, eh? What's that? $150 drop, something like that. Hey, Howard. Good day, mate. Bad Shah. Hello, Bad Shah. Syed. Yeah, thanks for missing me, Raj. Appreciate that. You were waiting, Bad Shah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't here yesterday because, as you can see, yesterday, let me move across here a little bit. There was nothing going on, and that's what I expected. A little bit of movement in the Asian market, but then London was just flat, and that's what I expected. Everybody was waiting for the FOMC, and then the U.S. market opened. They got real excited for a while, but all they did the previous day high was about right here. They took that out and then made a big drop and then started to work their way back up, getting ready for the FOMC. And then that's when it all fell apart. So let's get rid of that, expand my chart a little bit here, and just look at today's session. Oil didn't do anything. Oil was trading at what? Oh, no, 73. It was down to 75, still dropping a little bit on the hopes that the Strait of Hormuz is going to actually open. But whether or not it's going to stay at that low of a price, time will tell. Whether or not this peace deal is going to go through, time will tell. That's what it all hinges on. But we know that gold doesn't is not good for high interest rates on the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar went up a lot with the FOMC because they decided to hold the high interest rates where it is now. Just move my trend line over to the current candle, and we'll get another 10 seconds. This don't know if we're going to see anything. Maybe a little bit of upward movement. I'm really surprised that gold has been moving up, actually. My bias is bearish. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily charts, it's all bearish. So I think this, what we're seeing today, Tokyo is the one pushing it up. Tokyo pushed the price up and then just, it kind of recovered from that knee-jerk reaction to the news last night. So gold should actually be going down to lower prices. I mean, it's bearish on all the time frames. So let's see what we're going to get here now. It looks like it's starting to go down. This is my 12:30 candle on the Tokyo lunch run, half past the hour. Let's see if they're going to do anything today. Yesterday was a nothing burger. Even if you went, here's the opening candle on the Shanghai market, and if you went long on that, well, it hasn't done anything. You just got stuck in this here. In fact, you're probably in a bit of a loss right now. So it's kind of best just to let this settle down, even for a day, just a whole day. Just let it settle down. Maybe even until next week, because they've signed a peace deal, but I just don't trust the president of the United States. What he's going to do? He just wakes up in a new world every day. But let's see what's happening. Not much just yet. You guys can all hear me okay? Sound is all right? Everything working? All good? I really don't want to go long here. This is just against everything that I'm seeing. I think any kind of a long move would be very short-lived. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's broken above my trend line. 12:30 p.m. here in Southeast Asia, Indochina time, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand. 6 hours later in New Zealand, 4 hours later in Australia, 1.5 hours earlier in India. That's where all you guys are from. Low volume. Let me check the volume. Give me a second here. Stand by. No, my volume is up. Let's see. Yeah, volume. I've got my volume on max. I don't usually need to adjust that. This microphone that I have is pretty reliable. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Raj. I was surprised to see gold going up, these last few days because they pretty, but of course they didn't know what this new Federal Reserve chairman was going to do. They thought that he could possibly just give in to Trumpty Dumpty and lower the interest rates, but he didn't. And so gold kept going up, I think maybe expecting that we might possibly see lower interest rates, and we didn't. That kind of blew everybody out of the water. High interest rates on the US dollar is not good for gold. That's just the way it is. People, traders, institutions, central banks, hedge fund managers, investors would rather hold on to US dollars if they're going to get high interest. However, inflation is still a problem globally, and the market is expecting interest rate cuts, but that's not going to happen tomorrow. It might not even happen in the next session in 3 months. It might not be till later in the year, but it could happen in the next session that we see not lower interest rates, but higher interest rates. It's still up in the air. They don't know. And if we get higher interest rates, that's going to continue to put pressure on gold. So this new guy, this new federal chairman, he seems to be doing the right thing, not giving in to political pressure. Yeah, can't hold swing trades. This is just day trading stuff we're seeing here. Yeah, central banks, they keep buying gold, building up their reserves. What we're seeing is a de-dollarization around the world. I did read somewhere that India central bank has stopped buying gold. I'm not quite up to date on that, but I read that recently. Don't know why. But generally, central banks have been building up their gold reserves for the last couple of years. And that's what got us to these really high prices where we are now. And just a couple of years ago, gold was at 2000. Remember that? And it couldn't go any higher. But and that has all changed. Oh, a very quiet Tokyo lunch run here, eh? Very quiet. Really unusual. Maybe they're not back from lunch yet. Or maybe they've got shell shock. I would expect we're going to see lower prices over the coming days, but I don't try and predict the market. Just try and let the price tell me what it's doing. But Raj is exactly right. Forget swing trading unless you've just got unlimited capital. We've been trading in. If you look at the 4 hour chart, we've been trading in a pretty tight range this week, about $120 range, which is a pretty tight range for gold. We were in about a $200 range, but that's tightened up this week. Now we're getting a little bit of something here. Go over to my 5 minute chart, see what that looks like. Yeah, getting a little bit of something here. I don't know what, but possibly a move down. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit bearish on the 5 minute chart. Hey, buddy, can I call you back in about 30 minutes? Yeah, okay, sorry about that. I'll call you back. So, getting little something, but very little here. Hey, DJ Igo, how you doing, buddy? Haven't heard from you. Did you get back to Bangkok safely? Yeah, I don't. I never use a trailing stop on gold. Okay, so we got a break below my trend line here. Stand by and see what I'm going to do. Let me expand this a little bit. I got a break and a close below my trend line, and that would be a fairly tight stop loss, 43.26. Just going to go over to MT5, see what I see here. Hmm. I don't know yet, guys. Stand by. I haven't done anything yet. That is a big momentum candle on the 5-minute chart, but I do have a close there below my trend line. Just stand by, guys. I haven't taken a trade yet. Okay, I'm just going to go in here with a small short. And 43.26 will be my stop loss. Okay. Well, I'm in profit now. Okay, good. And my take profit, where would I put that? Let's see if it'll go down to the, it might go to the Asian low, 42.59. So right now, let me put it at the pivot point, 42, about 42.85 for my take profit. Okay, it's all done now. Now I'm at the mercy of the market. Got good profit already though. Yeah, Howard, that's right. U.S. dollars turned that, holding the high interest rates, that's good for the U.S. dollar. Why do you hope it'll go back down? Why would it go back down? So my entry was at 43.17.5. 43.17.5. So, oh yeah, good profit, eh? And my stop loss, what did I say? 43.26. Let's see how that looks on TradingView. 43.26. And this line here, 43.09, that's probably, oh, that's a support level. We've got support here, here. So my stop loss is like this is strategy's working out. It's a good strategy. I like it. Most of the time it does. So stop loss is here above my downward trend line. Okay. My entry is right there, and my take profit is at the pivot point. So in fact, I'm just going to move my, I believe I can, 43.17. Yeah, I'm going to move my take profit to break even. Okay. Take profit now is just, my stop loss now is just below this entry point. So let's see what happens. Cannot lose on this trade. Let's see if I can let the profit run. Thank you, Raj. I just hesitated just momentarily on the next candle, but it was all looking good. Just wanted to be sure. Thank you, Raj. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And go over to MT5. Boy, tempting to close that right now. Whoa! Tokyo lunch run. Now it's made a big move, so we're going to get some fluctuation here. But my stop loss is below the entry point, so I can't lose on this trade. Anybody else go short? Yeah, where it is, that would be typical to get a bit of a bounce. Nothing goes down forever, nothing goes up forever. You're going to get a bit of a bounce here, maybe a big bounce, but that's okay. I'm all good. So I kind of think we might, for sure, it should get down to the pivot point, and then maybe even go down and take out the Asia low. Wow, you look on the 5 minute chart. That's a brilliant, brilliant move. Eh? Oh, I'm just trading on one prop firm account. I'm trying to pass the evaluation on this one account that I've got running right now. Well, I mean, they're all running, but I'm only trading on the one. I'm focused on one prop firm, trying to get that evaluation passed this week. Getting close. This has helped a lot. And DJ Iago says if it drops below 43.05, it will drop a lot. Where are we now? We're now at 43.05. Yeah, that's a previous level over here. Mm. If it drops below that, Iago says it's going to drop a lot. It looks like it's certainly got the momentum. And this is what I was saying, guys. On the every time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, it's bearish. So the momentum is there, the bias is there. The indicators that I use, this trade setup, this trend line strategy tells me it's going to go. Well, it's already gone, but how far will it go? I'm going to even follow this a little bit. 43. What is that number there? Stand by, guys. I'm going to move my stop loss again if I can see the numbers. I'm going to move my stop loss down to 43.12. Secure a bit more profit here, eh? Let's see how that looks. Oh, well, that's a little bit high. 43.13 would be better. I mean, a little bit low. 43.3. Okay. Move my stop loss down to 43.13. So I'll secure a little bit more profit if it should decide to make a big bounce. So I'll just change that. Just move my stop loss down. Okay. Secure a little bit more profit just in case it does make a big bounce. Now, for sure, after a big candle like this, you're going to get this for sure. Now it goes using the indicator SVP. Okay. Volume profile 4305, volume area low. Common goal behaviors price breaks below bow. If sellers are strong, continue to move. Okay. Pretty serious analysis there. I go. Thanks for that. Anybody else go short, by the way, guys? Anybody join me on this trade? I'm not suggesting or recommending that you do. It's up to you to manage your own account to use good risk management. Now we're getting the pullback. Let me remove that one line there. That's a support level, a resistance level now. And you can see my entry point was right there. My stop loss has now been moved below all of that. And I took the trade on this candle here on the break of the action line. Broke and closed below the action line. So, wow, getting a big pullback there, eh? Let's see what it's going to do. Don't like the looks of this. It's going to take away most of my profit, but at least I moved it down. I won't be free until after 3 o'clock today. I saw your message on Telegram. I would love to, but just today. Mm-hmm. It's going up there to smell my stop loss. Man, it's got good momentum to do that, eh, right now. And then in 3.5 minutes, we get up to the European opening. Yes, I go anytime after 3 o'clock. So it's made its pullback and now it's kind of slowing down a little bit. I'm watching on the 5 minute chart. I think it might go up a little bit more. Let's see what Europe will do. If Europe opens and they kick up to knock out the stop losses, or if they just continue down. Another 2 minutes before the European Open. Mm-hmm. Still got lower lows and lower highs on the 5 minute chart. Boy, it's just come to a screeching halt here. 45 seconds for the European opening. I guess nobody else went short, or they're just not saying. If you went short with me on this trade, say yes. If you didn't take a no trade, or yes, you did trade. Okay, European session has just opened, and it looks like it wants to go up and grab my stop loss. Let's just see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Got a doji on the last 5 minute candle. That's a either a reversal or a continuation. Come on, Europe, push that sucker down. Okay. I go did not trade. Alex did. Good for you. Yeah, it looks good so far. It's in profit. It's just a question of will you come in and kick it up for a while before going back down. I'd like to be able to let this run, but you got to protect your capital. Anything can happen. You know, Europe could just turn it around on its head, go right back up. So you got to always protect your capital. Anything can happen. I'm in profit. The profit is protected. Move the stop loss to 43.12. Trying to follow it just a little bit cautiously. 43.12 and it's trading it. That's 50 pips away, guys. But you know, gold can move back 100 pips. Take your stop loss and then keep going. At least I'll get something. Another 1 minute on this. Okay, now they look like they've made up their mind. Maybe. Suspense, yeah. We're sitting on our hands. At least I'm sitting on my hands, just waiting. This is what we do as traders. 90% of our time we our time. Vicky Zolo, excellent. Hey, good to see you here. Okay, I'll go. Let's update later. Now, come on. The second 5 minute candle is bearish. First one was bearish. Second one is bearish. Get down there and hit that pivot point. Yep. Well, they're a little bit hesitant. Nothing big like the Tokyo guys, but here we go. Has anybody seen that movie yet? Bad Shot? Did you finally see the movie? Disclosure Day? You kept telling me you're going to see it. That will probably get Best Picture for 2026. It is just amazing. I don't even want to go to the movies anymore after seeing that. Everything else will be a disappointment. Sayed, did you see that movie yet? Okay, you're up. Now let's go. Get some steam. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This weekend. Okay, just a couple more days to the weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I might go see it again, actually. Now we're cooking. Cooking with Presto Light. Oh, I'm gonna move my. Can I? 43.11. Yeah. Move the stop loss a little bit more. Yeah, it was a good trade today. I took a couple of trades yesterday. I'll be transparent with you guys. I wasn't live, but I did take a couple of trades, and because it wasn't doing anything, I got stuck and ended up with loss. But I didn't give up. I managed it. I made a couple more trades and got my loss back. Recovered the loss. So I had just a slight, small profit overall yesterday. Okay, getting a little bit of a pullback here. Where did we go? 40. What's the price now? 4,300. Oh, that's a strong support level there. Is it going to crash through that? If that breaks, then whoa, we are going to go lower. 4,300 now. They tried. Let's just put a little line there. 4,300. That's a psychological support level. They tried. Came up over here. Have they got enough? Is there enough sellers in the market to kick it on down there? Where's our pivot point? Is 42.85. Oh, sellers are looking good, eh? Hmm. We got it at 110. Europe's only been open for 10 minutes. Beauty. The trader's dream. This is what we wait for. And it's now broken below 4,300, but can stay down there. It's going to be a tough one here. Let's see if he'll below that. Okay, guys, I'm going to close out for the day. I appreciate all of you being here. Thanks for your great comments. Don't forget to click that like button today. Howard is finding it nail biting. Yeah, if you get in a little bit late, that's a little bit frustrating and nail biting. I understand. Yeah. But remember, Howard, we are bearish. The bias is bearish. 1 hour, 4 hour day chart, we're all bearish. And holding high interest rates on the US dollar, that's not good for gold. I'm expecting to see lower prices. So at least at least you probably, I hope, just protect your trade. Always do that, guys. Always use a stop loss. Always protect your capital. Anything can happen. Can turn against you in a nanosecond. So thanks again for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay! So we'll see you tomorrow, same time.